Always got to watch out for goats and cheddar. They don't seem to have the highway code quite pinned down, unfortunately. It's not quite the Grand Canyon, but it's a much smaller, prettier, more intelligent equivalent. Just kidding. Now these are the corners you need to be careful of, because they get greasy. Okay, so a bit of a strange intro, I do apologise. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Here we go again. We're coming back down through Cheddar. And I have a question that I would like you to help me with. So, recently I joined the Saddlebag 73 social ride down in Cornwall and Devon, which was incredible, superb, wonderful, fantastic, epic fun. But what it was very, very full of classic 500 and Royal Enfields. Now, the Royal Enfield Classic 500 is a stunning, stunning looking bike. It's engineered beautifully, and yet it's got a price tag which is, well, the phrase unbelievable doesn't really do it justice. At the time of recording this, or at the time of editing this, I will put up the price on the screen of how much you can buy a brand new Royal Enfield Classic 500 for. And they look gorgeous. I've also been a massive fan of the Himalayan, or the Himalayan, or the Himalayan, I don't know, whatever way you say it. However, the Royal Enfield Himalayan is an incredible little bike that has very little horsepower, but can take a little Dutch girl halfway around the world with no problems. And also, one of my favourite channels, Saddlebag 73, has just bought another one of those as a stablemate for his Classic 500. So it got me thinking, what is my next buy? Now don't worry, this beautiful little beast is going nowhere. This is my lifelong companion now, and I will look after her for the rest of my days, let alone hers. So I was having a think, what would be a worthy addition to my garage? Now 5 bikes jumped out at me. I'm going to tell you those 5 bikes, and I want you to let me know what your thoughts are. And try to be subjective, don't just dive into the one that you particularly own or like. Look at this as a second bike, so it's something a bit different to what I've got now. So firstly, and I've already mentioned them, let's talk about the Royal Enfields. I love the look of the Classic 500. I love the capability and workmanlike attitude of the Himalayan. But then you look a little bit different, and actually I quite fancy a Ducati Javel. But then I was thinking about the Ducati Javel, and I thought, well hang on, I'm looking at the Royal Enfield Do Anything bikes. What about the Ducati Scrambler, which I've always shown a bit of an interest in? And then from that sort of stretched out to, if I can find another couple of £1,000, another bike I've always loved the look of is the CCM Spitfire. The engineering and design of those is second to none, in my opinion. Just sit next to one and look at the wells, look at the quality, look at how it's been put together, handmade from the bottom up. Now that's an engineering marvel, but it is more expensive. And what I'm looking for is a second bike, not a one and only bike. So in reality, I'm looking at a new 500, a new Himalayan, a nearly new Ducati Scrambler, probably the Desert Sled, or a not so new Ducati Diavel. I'm going to have to think about this. Luckily, my house move and house purchase is taking longer than we expected, which means I have plenty of time to make my mind up. But if you ever fancy helping out with making my mind up, you carry on. Anyway, I'm going to catch you guys later. Yes, I am. Please come back, stay safe, and I'll catch you on the flip side.